Right, there we go. They were live. Perfect. There we go. Cool. Let me do. That'll do. Cool. Hopefully that should start to play now. There we go. How do I get this play? How do I get this? Cool. All right, there we go. Cool. All right, there we go. There we go. And then that can go there. Perfect. There we go. And then that can go there. Perfect. Any trades today? I've not taken any yet because of the G news we had this morning, which did cause quite a big of a sell-off. But maybe we'll have a look. Well, I'm definitely gonna have a look at what I can expect for tomorrow anyway. But gold, I'm expecting a big sell now. Down to 1927 area. We caught trade yesterday though. On what was it, on GU? We had a GU buy. Got a video coming tomorrow as well on the channel, which would be good. If you have any pairs or anything, just put them in the chat and I will have a look at them for you. Do you trade AU? Caught a clean sell on it yesterday, and I'm pretty sure we trade in a similar manner. I don't personally trade AU, but I'll pull it up for you real quick. Let me get it up. AUD. So whereabouts did you get the sell from? What have I just done? Get rid of all of that. Drop down a bit. Yesterday morning. What sort of time? This sell here. 25-minute. Oh, 15-minute. Okay. What does it say? Was it this sell here? If so, that's a very nice sell. Yeah, that's clean. I like that. Entry on the 6-1, nice, very nice. AU's been tough recently as well with that sort of structure here. It's never nice to trade in. Now it's sort of broken up a bit, but again, it's sideways at the moment. But I like it. Clean 1 to 2.5, perfect. That's all you need. I wanted to get on this this GU sell, but every pullback just never came to the areas that I wanted to see anyway. And then gold, yeah, as I say, I got a big self marked out for gold, like down to like 1930 area. That's the goal anyway. G just continues to melt there. It's crazy. So close to 1.23 as well. Interesting. We'll have to see whether it breaks this low here. Because at the moment, we could be seeing a big push on the pound, which would be interesting to see. Do you use DXY? No, I don't use any of that sort of stuff. It does work for some people, but me personally, I'm just not a huge fan of it. But it does work, but I personally don't. But if you have any questions, obviously you can put them in the chat, and I'll definitely be able to answer them. So we haven't got too many views yet, which is fine. You get a more personalized experience, I guess. Yeah, weird movement from G. Doesn't normally do it like this. Normally, you'd see this more on like a yen pair or something like that, rather than GU. GU would be normally a lot more like that sort of thing, rather than like this. Bigger retracements, basically. How long is this? Oh, perfect. Plenty of time. There's 3 hours on there. No worries, mate. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good rest of your day. I appreciate it. It's looking like the 1 minute. Goodness me. How are you, man? I'm good. I just thought I'd do a little stream. Why not? I've not actually done it on my my channel before, so I thought let's let's give it a test. I got a few new videos coming out as well, so that's exciting. It's weird. It's like it's hard trying to do videos that people haven't just seen before, so that's why it's hard to put them out as much as I would like to. But hopefully the next video I've got coming out is something that, like the previous videos I was saying, people don't really talk about. So hopefully this is another one of them. But thank you for joining the stream. I appreciate it. Make sure to share this around as well if you feel like it. I'd appreciate it. But yeah, if you got any questions or anything, feel free to pop them in the chat. We're just dying up GU as well, potentially. It's been a weird sell-off today, though. As I was saying, it's not been the cleanest thing in the world. How do I determine my bias? Just market structure, really. So like on this trade, for example, it was just a case of we didn't break this low and then we pushed up, broke this high. So to me, that was my bias for buys, if that makes sense. Hopefully that does. So that's kind of what I was expecting. So I really just use structure, like these sort of trades here, to determine. Same again, it was just a case of price was trending up, came down, broke out of that high, broke this high. Oh wait, no, that was for the other trade, sorry. Didn't break that high at that point, but broke this high, came back down and entered. So just market direction, really. Or just reading how the market moves. I will be doing like a more, obviously I can't do it to super in depth, because like I go into as much depth as possible in my Telegram, but I will do a video on pretty much roughly how I do it, because a lot of people read the markets like differently, which is fine. Like everyone can read it differently. That's the beauty of them. But I think the method or the way that I read them works quite well. So it's like, why not? Why not show it? But yeah, feel free to like the stream if you like the video, I guess. And yeah, make sure you share the stream as well if you want. I'd appreciate that. Let everybody know. How much RR do you target? I have the like fixed one of 1 to 3. So like if you look at every trade I take on GU more particularly, you'll see 1 to 3s, well that one actually was a bit more, but annoyingly we got stuffed out of this one. But this was a 1 to 3. This was a 1 to 3. So most of the time it is 1 to 3s, but this one we went for a bit more, which we did hit, but unfortunately it lost. And I think I talked about that in my video on YouTube. I'm pretty sure I did, because I always want to give the losses as well. It's important too. It's important to share them. Why don't you trail, anything like that? The reason I don't trail is, well, firstly, my trades, because I am only targeting like 1 to 3s here and here, they don't really retrace in the time that I'm in them, if that makes sense. But I think the main reason I don't trail is price can come back to your entry sometimes. And obviously if you're trailing your stop loss, it's going to take you out, because it could very easily, I'm trying to see if I've got an example here. If okay, say price was on this candle here, right? And I decide to put my stops to break even now. And then price comes down, taps me out, and then carries on up to my TP. So the reason why I don't like to do it, whether that be trailing stops or stops to break even, is just because of that reason. Like, price can come back to your entry. It can basically cause issues. So I understand a lot of people do it, but me personally, I just don't. But yeah, hopefully that that helps you. Do you give all your trades in the telegrams, or just the ones which you are very confident? No, I put them all. Look, I'm a big advocate for like realism in the industry. There isn't enough real people, so I will put losers in the telegram. I will put breakdowns of ones that lost, so you can learn from my mistakes. You know, I just want to be as real and honest as possible, rather than lie to you and just say, hey, look, you could have made this and this, when actually I'm losing, you know what I mean? But I rarely trade, so when I do trade, it normally does win, because I am quite selective with the setups I take. But yeah, in my telegram, I do send everything I take, basically. How you doing, Ben? But my telegram, like, I think, because I know a lot of people use telegram for signals, mine isn't just like a signals room. It's like I have breakdowns in there. I'm going to be doing zooms, chart setups, reasons for taking trades. It's kind of like, it's basically a mentorship that you could pay monthly for, or 6 months for, or a year for, rather than charging you a flat fee of like $1,000. So yeah. I tried to make it as cheap as possible. How you doing, Ben? Good to hear that you're back from work. Now you can just chill out a bit. How was it? But I appreciate everyone tuning in. You know, I haven't got a super big audience or anything, and so I do appreciate when people take the time out of their day to join the live and come chat. So anyone that is in the stream, I appreciate it. Busy as it was a delivery day, fair enough. Any prop firms suggestions except FTMO? It just depends what's like your sort of what you're looking for, if that makes sense. So like, if you're looking for cheapness, go for a prop firm that's super cheap or got discounts on. If you're looking for firms that have that reliability, so like FTMO, for example, like you know they're reliable. Although they're harder to pass, they are reliable. So it just, I think every person should choose their prop firm depending on their trading style. But in terms of suggestions, I couldn't give any suggestions because I don't know your sort of style, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I'll tell you what, this playlist bangs. I just randomly found it and I was like, this is chill. But yeah, as I was saying, I do appreciate everyone tuning in. We've got a potential gold sell coming in. Obviously, it depends on what sort of timing we can get. I don't really like the hour, but it looks a lot better on the hour than it does on the 15-minute. So we'll have to wait and see. And if you haven't checked out my last video, I do like a breakdown of the 2 recent trades, or like a rough breakdown, showing you how I made the 6% last week, and then we're up 3% this week. So we're up, like, I think with the losses included, like 7% this month, 8%, 7%. I'm pretty sure it's 7, which isn't bad. Can't really complain about that. And if you're, for whatever reason, new around here, drop the subscribe button as well. I'd appreciate that. Gold's just been very sideways at the moment. But GU's sell-off was crazy, to be honest. But there's just been no like proper pullback yet. Has anyone taken anything this week so far? Anyone caught anything? What's my win percentage? I know it. I'm pretty sure it's 62% right now. But obviously it will vary depending on my wins and losses. But right now it's 62. I worked out at the end of last week. But we've had like a really good streak recently with with like wins. Basically we've had a bit of a win streak, but it's only because G's just been doing what it's meant to be doing for a long time. Today's sort of like the first day where it's not really done what it normally does, but normally, yeah, it's been good recently, the last 2 weeks, I'd say. Let me know if the music's too loud or not as well. Do, 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 do. But I appreciate everyone joining in though. I really do. How you doing, Arun? Welcome, 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 my man. As I said, this is like, it's weird for me because I haven't streamed on this channel before, and it is a smaller channel. I have a smaller audience, so I wasn't quite sure how it would work out, but it's cool. I like it. How are you, bro? I'm not too bad, thank you. I've been alright. Would you ever get Will's effects on stream? I'll try. I'll try and get him. I'll message him tonight and be like, hey mate, because he's away at the moment. I don't know if he'll want me to say where, so I'm not going to say where. If he's posted it or not, I don't know, but get him to join live now. Should we call him? Call Will and be like, hey mate, get on Discord, I need you in the stream. Get the viewers up a bit. I tried to get him doing Insta lives. Oh, he has posted it. Okay, I wasn't sure if he wanted it like out there or not. So, what was he saying? He said to me yesterday. He was like, he was like, oh, I got in the gym. He was like, I managed to. Oh, his friend got him in the gym, and I was like, that's crazy because I've been trying to get Will in the gym for like a solid year, but he won't do it. You BC today, bro? What do you mean by that? Bro, even though you have a small audience, you are generally giving out good value. Please keep the channel going. No, of course, man. If I wasn't doing this for genuine reasons, I would have quit a long time ago. I genuinely just am here. Obviously, I know, like, I sell, I have a Telegram or whatever, but I really am trying to be someone different in the industry. I know, like, the industry has a bad rap, and it brings out a lot of scammers, basically, and I'm just trying to be genuine me. So, but no, yeah, of course I'll keep the channel going. I love doing YouTube. It was a passion of mine for a while, even before Forex and everything else. Oh, am I busy today? Yeah, it's been fairly busy, but I was gonna try and upload today, and then I was like, you know what? let me try out this live feature. I haven't done it before, so let me try it out. And yeah, it's cool. I like it. It's good fun. Don't worry, I'll remember all of you in hopefully a couple years time when my channel's a bit bigger. I'll be like, I remember you three in the stream, first ever stream, supporting me. But I do really appreciate it, so thank you. Come stream too early, bro? What do you mean? And we got a solid like 3-4 people in here now. This is we're cooking up now. Asia time is 9 PM. That's not too bad. Do you remember me, by the way? I texted you on Insta. Yeah, I can, bro. I've got our chat saved. Of course I remember you. Look. All right, here. You messaged me first. Where did you first message me? April. That is crazy. Back in April, mad. So now, of course I remember you. I remember everyone. Like as I said, my audience is not that big, so the people I speak to a lot, I know who you are, or I know enough that like I've spoken to you or whatever. But GU's just been discussing. I mean, gold as well, but. Got so many different things going on. I think you quit trading. Why is that, man? Don't quit. Boring market today. I don't think it's been like boring necessarily. I think it's just like, she's just been weird. Like, unless you caught the sell from this high here, there really ain't been an opportunity to get into it. Why are you quitting trading, Arun? How long have you been at it? Let me help you a bit. How long have you been at it? Like, how long have you been trading for? Like, realistically, when I say trading, I mean like you've been back testing like weekends, times in the days. How often have you been doing that? Or like for how long? And then I can tell you everything I need to know just by that answer. But be honest. I need you to be honest with me. I'll see what you say. Maybe I should have actually no, don't worry. Mate, this music's so relaxing, what the fuck? I'm not worthy of learn psychology. What do you, Arun, what do you mean? Just tell me, how long have you been trading? Answer me that. Just answer me how long you've been trading. You're gonna get FX replay? I don't think you need it personally, Ben. Like, I've never used it and I've been fine with the back testing. You just can't cheat. You just gotta trust yourself to not cheat. Psychology, yeah, I understand that, Room, but tell me like how long have you had, or how long have you been trading? Because then from that I can work out. Because psychology will improve over time, but I need to know how long of a time it's been like you trading, so that I can work out, if you know what I mean. Ben. Ben's just like, please. 3 years. Okay. So you've been trading 3 years, right? And of those 3 years, how many of those years would you say you've really put? Okay, so mostly demo. So you've traded demo for 3 years. So I hate to break it to you, okay? But if you've been trading demo for majority of those 3 years, you've essentially been trading for 6 months. Let's say you've been on demo for like 2.5 years. You've been on live trading for 6 months. Okay, your psychology with live money, with live trading, is not going to improve for at least a year or two on live trading. So theoretically, if you've been on demo most of the time, you've probably got another year or two where you've got that period where your psychology is going to improve and get better. Because demo, it's good practice for the technicals, but it really doesn't help when it comes to like the psychology, which is probably why you're struggling with your psychology, because you don't know what it's like to trade live. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully, so I think, look, if you want to take a break, maybe take a break, but if you've invested 3 years, I wouldn't That's my opinion anyway. Trading live, or trading demo, you're never going to build psychology from that. You need to do that live. And if you've only been live for a couple months or a year, your psychology, of course, isn't going to be in the place it needs to be. But it will come in time. Hello, Clara. How many views do we have on this? Not many, I don't think. Oh, I got 4. That's really good, actually. Does it look alright? I think it does. It's in 1080p. It's pretty good. I know when I close the trade, but over desire, don't do it. Wait, I know when I close the trade, but over desire, don't do it. Wait, more 10 pips after. What do you mean? Is in like, you have to rephrase it. Do you mean like you hold past your stop loss? Is that what you mean? Hello, Eliza. He wants to say that he becomes greedy for 10 pips and that leads to... Oh, okay. Right, I get what you're saying now. So, yeah, so this is just a discipline thing by the sounds of it. And if you... if you haven't seen my video on what to do outside of trading to build discipline, check it out. But I think by the sounds of it, yeah, if you're not just closing out your TP, or if you're closing your TP and letting it fall another 10 pips... In my opinion, that's a lack of discipline, because you need to be disciplined enough to be like, okay, it's about to hit my stop loss, or it's at my stop loss. I'm taking price here, kind of thing. Because that will happen, yeah. If you just keep leaving it and being greedy, it'll just reverse on you. Because the market's going to retrace or do something at some point. You know what I mean? So it just sounds like a discipline thing. Yeah, he's got urine. So yeah, that's not so much like a psychology thing. Like that can be improved fairly quickly, which is probably good for you, I guess. You should post a story 4 to 5 hours prior to the live. It might help increase. Yeah, see, the thing is, right, the reason why I went live today was because I wanted to have a video for today, but I'm not going to have the time to get it done. So I was like, instead of leaving nothing, I'll try out doing a live stream, see how that goes. But yeah, when I do it like more scheduled, it will be like properly... it'll be like properly scheduled. I'll promote it a bit more than obviously what I have done today, because it is late as well, like time, like trading time wise. But let me see how many views that story got. This had a fair few. I had some people being like, "Oh, what's your channel?" It's like most people have either found me through that way. So fastest time. I don't know if I've got a time, like, they've all been fairly standard, if I'm honest. I want to do, like a video on that, though, like, how fast can I pass on? Because I think that would be a cool video, because imagine I do it in, like, an hour. Bro, any signal available now? Well, I don't do signals on live, so even if there was a trade, I would not give it out. But if I'm being honest, there are no. The only one I'm looking at is potentially gold, but we're gonna be a way away from that. That'll most likely be tomorrow morning that we get that. You have to beat Wolves Effect's time of like an hour. I'll try my best. But he, I remember when he did that, because he sent me a picture of it. He literally over leveraged like so much. It wasn't even funny. I don't know how he didn't blow the account or breach it. Because a lot of the times as well, it's also on market condition, because you got to be able to catch like a fat drop or push. GBP/USD analysis. So yeah, so GU's just been. So we had that sell off on the hour. 15-minute would have been hard to catch, but on the hour we had the retest into this area. And then obviously we've been selling down. It's been an annoying sell down though, because there's not really been any true retracements that obviously would make it easy to get into the trade. Now we're at this level. It's just a matter of whether we close below or above this. Close above, then we carry on buying. If we close below, then we... So, like, if we see something like that, I'm going to try and get in here. If we see something like this, I'm going to try and get in here. So, that's what I'm looking for. Either or. More likely than not, it should continue bullish, because I think the pound's getting stronger again now. Like, you have to remember the absolute rut that it was in less than a year ago. Today morning, 167 profit, and I closed for $53 loss. So how did you... 250 loss overall. That's not even bad, man. In your 3 years of trading, you've only lost $250. That is, count yourself lucky. I appreciate that, Henry. Love from Belgium, man. Thank you. Well, love from England. I do appreciate that, though. I will continue to do my best. And if you have any other questions, Henry, then just put them in the chat. I'll answer. I'll do my best to answer. But I do appreciate that. Thank you. It's crazy. I didn't actually think I'd get this many people joining. I thought I was like going to be sat here on my own for an hour and a half. So I'm grateful for everyone that has tuned in. Last trade I took all profit and 0.5% in capital. So as in you made 0.5%? A 0.5% loss. How did you lose if you took the profit though? Wouldn't let that happen, mate. Ben's evil today. Nah, I think, Arun, it's just a psychology thing, but it's fixable. Like with anything in trading, it is fixable. It's just, especially with psychology, it takes time. It does take time. That's the thing. You can rush your understanding of technicals. You can learn technicals quickly, but you're not going to be able to rush psychology. It will take as long as it takes, unfortunately. think it's risk management is the biggest problem. Potentially. I think, yeah, it's a mixture of risk management and psychology, but you could argue risk management is intertwined with psychology, because if you're over risking or you're taking too early or stop losses are hitting or whatever, that's the sign that your psychology is bad. Yeah, you're right in that. He is, yeah, risking 53% of a 250 account is crazy. Or $53 of a 250 account is crazy. It's like, what, 1/5? I think. What are you looking for when entering a trade? That's a good question. I think, again, I don't want to... I think the main thing I look for is... let me give an example. Like, I'll do my loser because you know what? I took the loss. You may as well learn from my loss. Because that's important, right? It's important that you learn from my losses as well. And I'm honest, I'm not going to lie, I do lose. Happens. So this loss, right? Lots of ways you could have got in this. You got order blocks. You've got the fib on this push down. You have the liquidity area. If you trade the retest of the liquidity, which I probably should have done. So you see, at least there's 3 different ways. So I look for like one of those, whichever one fits the trade best. For me, in this case, I used the fib. Didn't work, which is unfortunate, but it happens. But yeah, no, there's loads of different ways. Order blocks, liquidity, fibs, structure. Sometimes I use just like genuine structure. I don't even use... So like this one, for example, this wasn't anything like an order block or a fib or anything like that. This was just using structure, which I talk more about in other places, but I do use structure sometimes to enter. How you doing, software Tamlan? Thank you for joining, man. I appreciate it. Bro, if you have a 10k funded account, I have 500 risk per day. How much lot you take? You can do that on a calculator. I don't know the exact lottage, but I know that you should not be risking 5% on one day. If you have a 10k funded, you want to be losing max a day 200 max, like 2% max, not 5%. Because if you have 2 losing days, you've blown the account. So I take 1% risk, Arun. Can you explain an OD? What do you mean by OD? Do you mean OB? Like order block? I assume that's what you mean, but I'll let you re-put it in the chat. Can you explain an order block? I tried to learn from ICT, but it's very confusing. Look, I think this is the issue with ICT sometimes. He does make them confusing. I'll explain it briefly. So, an order block is essentially just an area or a candle. So, okay, let me start again. So, let's take this order block example here. I'll do it before the trade happens. So this is the order block. You can include both if that's your preference. Let me see if I've got a cleaner one here. I want to show you like the best example, just so it makes sense. Have we got any super clean ones here? maybe the 15's been a bit clearer. So okay, let me just explain it. So an order block is basically when it's buying, it's going to be the last down candle before an up move, and when it's selling, it's going to be the last up candle before a down move, if that makes sense. So for example, this last candle here, the last down candle before the big up move, this is the order block, this one here. For a sell, it's the last down before an up. So like this here, although it didn't work, would be an order block, because this is the last up candle before the big drop. So that's essentially the basis of what an order block is. How you trade them can be up to you. People trade them many different ways. I have my own ways. Other people have their own ways. Some people like to do like the wick to the wick. Some people like to do just the bodies. Some people like to do the 50% of them. But they're basically just an area where banks have left liquidity and they're coming back down. So yeah, they're coming back down to get that liquidity. So for example, like here, banks have pushed price down one last time to get the best rates for their buys. Obviously price has sprung away, but obviously they've got sell liquidity here, so they need to come back and collect it before pushing price further up, which as you can see is what it's done here. It's come back down, collected the liquidity, and it's now on its way back up. So hopefully that makes it a bit more sense. Don't overcomplicate it too much. You don't need to really understand the workings behind it, but just look at it as the last down before an up move or the last up for a down move, and then from that just trade from it, basically. Whichever way works best for you. As I say, I have my own way that I use. Other people have other ways, so it's up to you how you want to trade them. How you doing, Sergio? We got 8 people watching now. This is crazy. Let's go. Can I take GBP now, bro? Only if it fits your plan, Arun. If it fits your plan, go for it. Gold, let's sell. I have got sells on gold. If you can see on the hour, that's what I'm sort of looking at. In fact, let me readjust that. There we go. That's what I'm looking at. Sells from there on gold. And I've got down to 1930. And I've called this, or I will call this in my Telegram as well, with the exact reasonings and entries behind it and stuff. When starting your trading day, you start with top-down analysis, or you look at the 1 hour and 15? I will stick to one when I've decided the one I want to use for the day. So like gold, for example, the setup on the 15 looks pretty rubbish. Setup on the hour looks a bit cleaner. So I'm only going to analyze gold on the hour. Now GU's a bit different. I only use the 15-minute on GU. That won't change regardless. But gold I don't trade as much, so I don't care if I use the hour sometimes. But most of the time, I'll be using GU 15-minute. Avoided gold a pretty time now. Yeah, I don't blame you. I think up now. Yeah, GU can go up, but I don't think we'll see the momentum yet. I think we'll see it tomorrow morning when London kicks in, most likely. Thank you to everyone that's like streaming as well. I appreciate that. And hopefully this makes up for no video today. I'll try my best. GU is an order block. It is an order block, Shadil. You are correct. But I don't trade order blocks the same way as other people trade them. I hate OBs to be. Yeah, I think I like the way I use them now. I hated the way I used to use them. I think that's the best way I can explain it. Because at one point, like, yeah, they were just not working for me. I think I have examples I can show you. Let me find them. SMC trades is gonna be max long right now. Yeah, facts. they're gonna be exploding at this. They fail to realize though that SMC is also liquidity. you ain't different. Where's the picture of my order block stuff I used to do? Oh my days, breaker blocks. Look at some of this. That is unbelievable. What is this? I overcomplicated it so much. I'm in disbelief. Crazy. Should I just leave this up and make people think this is how I trade? Like, yeah, this is my trading method now, guys. This is my trading view charts. Oh, thank you, sir. Yeah, I appreciate that, Sarjil. Sharjil, sorry. Yeah, it means a lot. See, look, Areen's already falling for it. This is a chart from this is how I trade, guys. These are my new charts. This is how I trade, guys. I'm joking. This is back from May 2021. This is not how you should trade. Don't do this. Now look at it. Wait, let me go to my trades, recent trades. There we go. Look at the difference now. 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, 6%. Light work. Do you use fair value gaps when trading? Again, I use them, but I use them in a different way. There's a general theme going on here with my strategy. I use a lot of things that aren't used the same way that other people use them. So I don't really know what else to say to that. So yeah, I do, but not the way that you probably think. You still kind of trade like that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it if it works, but it's not a good way of trading in my opinion. In my opinion. Only because for me it was too much. But at that point in your life you were so confused. Yeah. Not to mention the fact that I would spend about 30 minutes marking up a chart just to catch a trade. You made a Binance account with your, or Binance account with your was your entry in trading? Damn. This was when I was cooking up, man. I got some other stuff I can show you. Gold breaker block, or is this the same? Oh, that's the same one. We got. Goodness me. I mean, trade like this, you have no idea what you're looking at. There we go. I'll leave this up. There we go. Look at that. This is how I trade. This is my charts. Oh, the photo's gone. I've broken it. Not Wyckoff. What about this one? Oh, my days. There we go. I'll leave that. We're on trading view right now. I'm just going to leave it like that. Clickbait people in. You charted more than ICT. Yeah, it was crazy, mate. It was the worst trading style of my life. I was under 18 at the time. When was this from? This was from June 2021. I think everyone's charts look like this at some point. I mean, what was this stuff like? False break. Well, yeah, of course it's a false break. It's a wick out. Daily highs, daily low. Just mad. Yeah, I know they're attractive. This is why I've kept them, so I can lure people in on my stream. People don't want the simplicity. What is that? BMS, break. Look, the 0.5, the order block back in the day. Bunch of fibs. Goodness me. It was all wrong. Yeah, the difference is, Ben, this was back testing where that stuff that ain't never gonna happen in real life trading. That's the issue. People don't remember that. It's that 20R trade. It's probably a 200R trade that I definitely took. Definitely took it. Nope. That chart's backtesting. That was backtesting, Arun. That was not real. Back in 2021, I was not trading like that. I remember I used to show Will them, and he used to be like, I've just caught like a disease looking at that. He wasn't a fan of it. Yeah, exactly, Ben. You don't need 20R. If I was on a mil account right now, this month I'd be up 70k. So, put that into perspective. 70k in a month, yes please. Do you use correlation like DXY and gold? No, I don't personally. I do trade gold, but I don't correlate it with anything. I've never really found it to be like useful enough for me. Like, I've never needed it to know the direction. I've kind of always known roughly the direction, if that makes sense. Make sure to tell your friends about the stream, by the way, and share it, I guess. Get people in, subscribed. You know, I'm trying to be a shining light in the industry. The problem is, and it's going to be hard, because to grow in Forex and to grow on Forex YouTube, you know, to grow in Forex and stuff, you need to have like these outlandish trades and flexes and money. And so for me, someone that's trying to be just a genuine trader that's honest in helping people, it's going to be hard to grow. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll get there. It's just going to take a bit of time. I would love to share with our friends. You got me as a friend, bro. Don't worry. I'll always answer your DMs. Don't worry. Bro, my mobile battery is low. Down. See you tomorrow. Come back early. Don't worry. I'll be back. I'll do more of these because I've genuinely enjoyed them. Lambos. Yeah, exactly. See you soon, Nareen. Thank you for joining, man. Appreciate it. Mate, my headphone wire is caught up again. This is unbelievable. Does this too many times. So I'm going to have to unhook it 1 second. It's this stupid thing. Ugh. There we go. We're back. Where did you learn how to trade this way? Self-taught, pretty much. I learned from a few traders, a few people in the industry that I'm close friends with still. Yeah, but other than that, it's just kind of come from myself, backtesting and practicing my own stuff. I've essentially, I guess how I form my strategy is I've basically taken what other people have taught me, other mentors and stuff, and then just adapted it, I guess is how I would explain. So it's like a modified version of lots of different strategies with my own twist. And once you find it, keep it, because if it works for you, trade it. It's the goal at the end of the day. To make that bread. So yeah, we'll see what GU does. I'm gonna be, as I said, sending the GU and gold stuff into the Telegram. If you do want to join it, feel free. If not, no stress. I appreciate everyone coming on the stream though. I'm gonna go make some dinner. But yeah, I honestly really do appreciate everyone coming on. It does mean a lot. And yeah, feel free to check out my videos, subscribe and stuff. And yeah, I'll do more of these, I promise. But yeah, I appreciate everyone coming on. Thank you for giving me your time. And yeah, I will chat to you boys on Instagram and in a bit. So I appreciate it. Thank you.